Hello everyone, I am Vishwara. Today we are discussing about class 12 physics chapter number 1. In this lecture we are discussing about that our chapter first chapters summaries are there what we have studied in the whole lectures, so we'll be discussing about that. So see here, first of all, electric charge. Our first chapter is that electric charge, force and field. And in this lectures, we'll discussing about electric charge, second is insulator and the conductor, Coulomb's law, the electric field lines, shielding and the charging by induction, electric flux and Gauss laws. Now see here, first of all, the electric charge. The effect of electric charge were first observed as static electricity. There are the static electricity, it means there are the no change, no position will be changed are there. So this is the first one is that the static electricity. After the being rubbed on a piece of food and amber rods acquire a charge and can attract a small object. So this is our whenever we are being rubbed on a piece of food and amber rods acquire a charge and can attract the small objects. So see here now we are doing another things are that charging of both ambers and glass rods so that there are two types of electric charge are there. First one is the like charge and second one is the charge like charge repel and opposite charge are attract to each other. So these two phenomena are so after that when both the charging are both the numbers are charged, so on that time we will get that the two types of phenomena are there. First one is the repel and second one is the opposite. Now see here, electric charge, all electrons have exactly the same charge. The charge on the proton in the atomic nucleus has in the same magnitude but opposite sign. It means the charge of electron and the proton have a same values of charge are there, but the value is different. Mine it is a position charge is different. So see here, electron is equals to 1.60 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb, and the also the proton have a 1.6 minus 1.6 into 9 is minus 19 coulombs are there. So there are the basic difference are there. Now see here the electric charge. The electron is an atom are in a cloud surrounding the nucleus and can be separated from atom with the relative cases. Now so see here there are the in the center has a C in the center has a positive charge are there and surrounding by the surface of there are the electrons are there. So this is the electron in atom are in electron atoms are in a cloud surrounding the nucleus and can this is our nucleus. Okay, this is our nucleus. It is a positively charged. There are the positive and a neutral charge. Proton and neutrons are there. So it is known as the nucleus. So surrounding the nucleus can be separated from the atom with the relative cases. Now see here, whenever amber rods is rubbed with the force, some of the electrons are on the atom in a flow and transferred to the ambers. What will happen? The transfer through the ambers. This charge will be transferred to this. That's why it is a positive charge, and this is a or a negative charge rules are there. So here, this is the basic phenomena are there. Now see here, when we find that the total electric charge of the universe is a constant. It means a charge, electric charge is conserved. That means the charge either energy neither be created or nor be destroyed. So it means the energy will be constrained. That the value never will be changed in this phenomena. So also the electric charge is quantized in the unit of electron. The atom that has a lots of electron is now positive charge. It is a positive ion, and the atom that gain an electron is now negatively charged, so it is a negative ion. So it is a basic phenomena there. What is that? Yes, electric charge is quantized in unit of electron. Atom that has lots of electron is now positively charged. It is a positive ion, and the atom that has again an electron, atom has a lots of electrons is now positively charged. it is a positive ion, and the atom has gained the electron is now negatively charged. It is a negative ions are there. So see here, the electric charge, some materials can be become polarized. This means that their atoms rotate in a response to an external charge. This is how a charge object can attract a neutral one. See, polarization, it means there are the positive and negative ions source. Negative ions and the positive and negative ion, positive and negative ion. So this is the separation of this phenomena. Positive and negative ion and is separated by the certain amount of that. So this phenomena is known as the polarization. The polarization is meant the charge separated by charge by the positive and negative ion. Okay, so this phenomena is known as the polarization. So this means that there are atoms rotated in the response to external charge. It is depends on the external charge what we are applying to the capacitors. So and the capacitors also this phenomena we can show. So this is how charge object and attract a neutral one. Now see here, insulator and conductors. The conductor are material whose conduction electron are free to move throughout the most metals are conductors. Now an insulator material whose electrons along moves from atoms to atoms. Most insulator are non-metals are there. It means the material whose electrons, it means there are the no electrons, free electrons are there in the insulator, but in the conductor has the lots of free electrons are there. Suppose copper, zinc, iron, those are the metals material. So they in the metal material our lots of free electrons are there. So due to this phenomena conduct the electrons are free to move throughout the so metals are conductor and the insulator have one any kind of the free electrons are there, so that's why we cannot able to move electrons from one point to another point, so on that time it is a insulator, it's become an insulator in the insulators and conductor and there are, we have another things here also there are the semiconducting material, but see here before the conductor, if the conductor carries excess charge, the excess charge is distributed over the surface, it means there you see here our charge will be separated, we give the this much surface charge are there, but this charge all over the surface will be distributed. So see here distribute over the surface on the conductors, that's why the metal is able to conducting the electric field. Now see here the semiconductor have properties of the intermediate between the conductor and insulators are property chain with the chemical composition. It means the semiconductor it's the most useful today's most useful materials are there. It because of the in the without semiconducting material we cannot make any kind of electronic device. So semiconducting material it's a very useful today's generation. So semiconductor have a property intermediate between conductor and insulator. It means it is a partially current will be passed out from the instruments. Semiconducting material. Suppose a diode is semiconducting made up of the semiconducting material. So this phenomena is that. So it will be there the properties change with the chemical composition change. Now see the photoconducting material becomes conductor and when light shine on them. It means the photoconducting materials, it means that we have shown the solar cells are there. Solar cell is one type of photoconducting materials. So it will be convert the light into the electric field. So this is the photoconducting material become the conductors when the light shine on them. But we cannot see the photoconductor as solar cell. Solar cell are a photoconductor, but a photoconductor not a solar cell. So this is the basic difference are there. Now see here, a Coulomb's law gives the force of between 2 point charge. F is equal to K Q1 Q2 upon R square. So the force is along line connecting to the charge and it attractive if the charge are opposite and repulsive if the charge are like. It means if attractive force are when the charge is when charge are opposite and when and the repulsive when charge are same. And so this is the basic phenomena there, and the Coulomb's law also it is known as it is a product of the two charge divided by the it is the force Coulomb's law is proportional to the product of the charge Q1 Q2 and inversely proportional to the distance between two charge particles square between two charge particles are there. So it is equal to F, it is equal to K Q1 Q2 upon R square. Here F, K is our constants, proportionality constants, and the value of K is equals to 8.99 into 10 raised to 9 Newton per Newton to meter square upon Coulomb square. Now see here, force on the two charge of actions required. See here the F12 and the F21. See here the positive charge, both are positive charges. So it is a repulsive force. It is this goes this force in this direction, and also this force in this direction. So there are the basic difference are there. Now see here we have another figure are there. See in the figure 2, there are the positive charge and the negative charge are there. So positive charge and negative charge, that's why these force are become a attractive force between them. So this force are the attractive force in between them. It means this phenomena will says as this phenomena will say that the force between two charges positive, like opposite charge are positive attractions are there. And also see whenever negative force are also there, on the time between them repulsive force are work. Now see here there are the multiple point charge the force had by the superposition theorem. See here we are already studying the superposition theorem. So this is the basic depends on the superposition theorem. So this is our superposition theorem F14, F13, F12. So it's depend on the superposition theorem. So this is the F14. What it means the how much force apply on the one Q1 due to the Q4 charge Q4. So this is represented as the F14, so vector F14. See this is also a vector F13 and this is also F12. Similarly here we get it, the final result of that F14, F13 and F12 in the same direction. So that's why the F1 it is equals to F1 it is equals to this in this directions force are applied. Now Coulomb's law is stated in terms of point charge but is also valid for the spherically symmetric charge distribution as long as the distance is measured from the center of sphere. It means it is also able to the symmetric charge distributions. But it is valid for the spherically it means we are taking suppose ball on that time it will be also work. The electric field, definition of electric field. See here, E is equals to F by Q0. So here Q0 is the test charge. It is a solve to allow the electric force to be measured, but it is not large enough to create a significant force on any other charges. It means F0 E is equals to F1 Q0. It means we are dividing the force here with the tested charge or any point charge. So where you need to determine the electric field. So on that time we get that the F by Q0. So we will get electric fields are there. Now see here the electric field. If we know that the electric field we can calculate the force on any charges F it is equals to Q into E. So see here the direction of force depend on the sign of the charge in negative in the direction of the field for a positive charge opposite to for it for a negative one. See here positive charge in the direction of the field for a positive charge. It means see here the electric field in this direction and also the field force in this direction. So we will get that the force in the positive force are there. And if the positive if electric field in this direction and the force in this direction, on the time negative force will be applied to the charged particles. So this is the basic difference as that, but F it is equals to Q into ER. So this is the our electric field. So Q it is equals to see here F is equal to KQ1 Q2 upon R square, and the E is equal to KQ1 upon R square, KQ upon R square. So this is there are the basic difference. Now see here the electric field of a point charge points radially away from the positive charge and towards a negative one. See here it is a positive charge. Our positive charge it is already, so it will be goes to the negative charge direction. So here electric field point charge point radially away from the positive charge. So it will be out towards the negative one. So it will be going to the negative directions. Now see here just a vertical ones, just a what as a vertical, sorry, just as an electric portion a superposed electric field, and as well as, so see here what will happen if we have our charge, there are the two charges are the Q1 and Q2. On that time what will happen, there are the positive charge and negative charge, both the force on this equatorial line on this phenomena. So on that time there are the E1 charges and E2 charges in this direction. So the we will get that the direction of E need what total charge electric field in this, we get this direction. So it will be going goes to positive to negative directions. Now see here, electric field lines are convenient way to visualize the electric fields. Electric field lines. See here, first one is the point in the direction of field vector at every point. Point in the direction of field vector at every point. Start as positive charge or infinite. So when what will happen? Start at positive charge or infinity, and end at negative charge or infinity. Are more dense where the field is stronger. See here, positive charge where its end is infinite, and where its end is, this end will be at the 2 minus q charge. The infinity comes from the infinity, it will be end at minus q charge. See here, a point of start of positive charge or infinity, and end at in negative charge or infinity. So this is the basic difference. And when we are more dense where the field is stronger, it means there are the, see here, there are the more dense. See, there are the more dense, there are the stronger electric fields are there. So combination of charge, note that the while the lines are less dense where the field is weaker, and if the field is not necessarily zero where there are no lines, it means there are where the field is weak, the field is not necessarily zero where there is no line. In fact, there is only one point within the figure below where the field is zero. So see here, electric field lines. What will happen in this electric field line? There in the capacitor, we are considering as a capacitor. So this is a capacitor as a positive charge and situated here, and the negative charge situated at here. So there are the difference are there. So this is the basic phenomena are there. So what will happen in the plate capacitor consists of the two conducting plates, with the positive plate and the negative plate with the equal and opposite charge. Here is the electric field. So there are the, what will happen? There are the electric field are equally electric fields are there, equal and opposite charge. So there are the equal. Now see here the shielding and the charge by inductions. What is the phenomenon shielding? What is the phenomenon shielding and the charge by induction? Since the excess charge on conductor is free to move, the charge will move so that they are as part as possible. This means that the excess charge on a conductor resides on the surface. It means what will happen? The charge will be separated on the surface. It will be excess charge will be going to the resides on the surface as in the upper diagrams. So this is our basic phenomena there. Now when the electric charge are at the rest, okay, what will happen when the electric charge are at the rest? The electric field is within a conductor is zero. Is what will happen? The electric field within conductor is zero. So where this electric field where it is. See here electric field E is equals to 0 within a conductor is 0. See here minus Q plus Q are there and also the minus Q and also plus Q are there. So plus Q charge and inside the minus Q charge. So on the time using the conductor materials are there, the electric field will be 0. See here this electric field lines. Okay, so this is our electric field line, positive electric field line. See, this is our positive electric field line, but in this is our negative electric field line. Okay, this is our inside negative field line, electric. So that's why the electric field charge at the rest, the electric field within the conductor is zero. Now see here, first is most important things are that electric field is always perpendicular to the surface on of a conductor if it weren't the charge would move along the surface. It means, see here that the always perpendicular. See, this is our perpendicular diagrams are there. So I have zoomed and this put it at here. See here, really perpendicular. It means this is our surface are there. See, this is our surface are there. And also, what will happen? This is perpendicular. See here, this line and this line will be making a 90 angle at here. So it is a perpendicular to each other. So these basic phenomena are the so the electric field is always perpendicular to surface of a conductor if it weren't the charge would move along the surface. So this is our basic phenomena. Now shielding and the charging by induction in this phenomena we can see the electric field is stronger where the surface is more sharply covered. So, see here what is that? See here there are the not a small, stronger electric fields. But see here there are the more charge have a more electric fields are there. This from here, from this here, this here. So this basic phenomenon is that a electric field is stronger where the surface is more sharply. A conductor can be charged by induction if there is a way or to ground it. It means, see here, this allows the like charge to leave the conductor if the conductor is then isolated before the rod is removed only the excess charge remain. It means that the excess charge will be remain. It means, see here, there are the positive charge are there, okay, and also negative charge are there. See we have near come at the nearest there what will happen, the positive charge also are there, excess charge of the negative charge are will be going to the remove before the load is removed only the excess charges remain. It means what is that, excess charge are remain, other charge are will be going to the earth. Before the road is removed, only the excess charge remains. This allows the like charge to leave this conductor if like charge to leave this conductor, and if the conductor is in the isolated before the road is removed, only the excess charge. Now see here the electric flux and the Gauss law is the summarize of this electric flux and the Gauss law. See here the flux is measure of the electric field perpendicular to surface. So definition of electric flux phi is equals to E into A cos theta. So what is that? E into cos theta it is equals to, it means it is the flux, the electric field will be pass out from any particular area, and on that time this phenomena is known as that the electric flux. So E into A cos theta. Cos theta, why we are taking the cos theta? Cos theta it's making the angle between the electric field and the area. So this is that's why we are taking the E into A cos theta. Now, see here the electric flux and the Gauss law. So Gauss law states that the electric flux through a closed surface is proportional to the charge enclosed by a surface. What is this say? State? The Gauss law states the electric flux. through a closed surface is proportional to the it is a proportional to the charge enclosed by surface. It means how much charge are there. This phenomena is known as the flux charge upon epsilon zero. So this will be used that the electric flux through the closed surface is proportional to the charge enclosed by the surface, and its SI unit is equals to Newton into meter square per coulomb. So we will get that the epsilon zero is equals to 1 upon 4 pi k. So it is equals to 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12 coulomb square per Newton into meter square. So see here electric flux and the Gauss laws. The Gauss law can be used to find the electric field in the system with the simple configurations. Okay, so we can measure and see our this lecture summary. Electron have a negative charge and proton have positive charge and magnitude 1.6 and 10 minus 90. Charge is covered and quantized in of unit E.